Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Clone Wars Season 6, Episode 7. Alright, last episode we maybe wrapped up that arc. I guess there could be more to it or whatnot with Clovis coming back. He was then voted in as the one to lead the banks and everything. We had relationship drama with them seemingly taking a break from each other for Padme and Anakin. So I wonder if we're gonna see that progress and how that goes. But yeah, I'm curious and just to see where we go from here. I Actually, I don't think this show was affected. I think one of my other shows, I've just been so busy that I didn't get around to releasing one of the episodes on time, and I've been like trying to figure out if I just want to release one, on one of these random days just to catch back up, or just wait till next week or whatnot. But just with helping my mom with her kidney stone and everything. But she's now had the surgery. The kidney stone is gone. She's doing better, but she's still not fully better. She still has like a stent and everything that's not going to be taken out until next Friday. And stuff like that, but things should be starting to get back to normal for me. So I don't think there were any delays in this show, but hopefully some of my other stuff there won't be any delays or anything like that. So yeah, anyways guys, let's jump into this and watch this episode. We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. I don't know if I have subtitles on. I do not. Now I do. Deceit is the weapon of greed. Oh, okay, I think we're continuing. Okay. I'm down to continue this. I still find it insane that they voted Clovis in out of anyone else in the world, but all right. It's really interesting having like droids and clone troopers just like right next to each other, like not like every time we see them they're always fighting each other, typically. Damn. Well, what you get for stealing money. Yeah. I'm just I feel like I know this voice. I'll have to look at the voices after. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just worried about the separatists. Like, I know that was a separatist senator right there that was just talking, but I'm worried about what Palpatine and Dooku. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Reminding him of his debts. Yeah. Yep, of course. Of course. Come on, Rush. There's gotta be a better way, man. God damn it. Well, that's it. Not even a debate, just fucking, this is how it is. Bye. They don't have to pay anything. Or at least no interest. Hmm. Oh, man. Well, this is why you don't take help from the Separatists. Huh. So are they trying to even further make him seem on the Separatist side? Damn. Okay, I was about to say they haven't attacked yet, but yep, never mind. Jesus. They're just bombers, man. These fucks. Goddamn. Jesus. Just surrounded, man. He shot his... Damn. Dude went down fighting. Came here himself. Yeah, well. Damn. Move slower, my guy. Invoke an immediate summons of the Senate. Alright. I'll go do it. Yeah. Give me a second. I'll be right there. Oh, come on. Frickin' Dooku, man. Yes, you could have denied it in the first place. Oh, Clovis. This is what happens when you take the easy way out. We crazy. Invade! Led by Skywalker. Man. Man, I feel like with how important this is, you'd send more than just a Jedi, right? But I mean, I guess there's more stuff going on in the world too. You know, it's not just they can't just throw everything they have at this one thing. Damn. That's what they're planning? They're just gonna, like, lose this attack now by the Republic to then have Palpatine be the one in charge. Wow. Yeah, yeah, surely. Jeez. I wasn't sure what Palpatine's plan was for, like, oh, they took over the banks and then they're, like, you know, Palpatine is ordering to, you know, go and try to take them back, but it's for the Republic to take control of it all, which gives Palpatine control of it all. And obviously, they need to put up a fight to make a show of it, you know? Hmm. We don't care. It must be nice to have a droid army where they just listen to orders. Rather than having people where it's like, yeah. But yeah, if you had people, they'd be like, "What? You want to leave our people behind?" But it's all just droids. It's crazy how so many of these wars are fought with droids and clones. Like, obviously, there's a moral dilemma with the clones, but jeez, what a sight. Oh my god, Clovis. I didn't do anything wrong as you're holding a gun to a senator's head. Nice. Uh-oh. Oh, it's gonna crash. Of course. I was wondering why we were seeing that scene. Of course. Is he gonna do something good? Oh, shit. Oh, no. He's gonna have to let go of Clovis. What am I supposed to do? Damn. Well. A life full of bad decisions. Is he? I'm guessing he's done, right? I mean, unless someone caught him or something. Of course. Of course. Man. Our money. Really interesting way of wording that. Unless I'm misunderstanding how the banks are run. Long live the banks. Yes. Long live the banks. Just a lot of contemplative thinking from Padme at the end there. Alright, I want to see the voice of the one senator from the Separatist senator. That is it, by the way, for episode 7. And we have the voice of... where is he? Damn, I don't know what his name is. We have the Moon, we have Dooku, Beck Louise, Nick's card. I'm guessing it's potentially Zin Paulness, which would have been another Phil Lamar voice, which is a voice we've heard a lot in here, which is probably why I recognize it, is because he's voiced other things in Clone Wars as well. I could be wrong. Either that, or it's also Corey Burton who did Dooku's voice with Beck Louise. I can't remember who Beck Louise is. I could look up some of these names, but either way, I think based on this, I think it's gonna be just someone we've had before. It's either, I think the only two options are Corey Burton or Phil Lamar, which are both names we've had before. So, or both actors, voice actors we've had before. So that makes sense why I recognize it. But anyway. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I feel bad for Clovis and in the way everything went down, but at the same time, like, he was so eager to solve this banking issue as quickly as possible. He decided to go about it in this way of, taking Dooku's help immediately. Like, they just started investigating in trying to find out who did this, right? Like, or like, not who did this, but the proof that the embezzling, that's what the word I'm looking for. Proof that the embezzling was happening. Like, you could have took a little longer investigating and trying to find a way to prove it and stuff like that than immediately taking Dooku's offer, which then just puts you in Dooku's pocket, And I mean, and then once again, it's like he's like, I'll just come clean and say that Dooku's the one that gave me the information, and he's like, no, you can't do that. And it's like, what was his reasoning again for like why he couldn't just like try to come clean about it up front? Damn, I kind of want to go back now. Sorry guys, my brain farted. It would have been... Okay, that was when he hung up, so it would have been a little earlier. Yeah, no, like... Dooku's only thing is, like, I put you in power so you can't, and it's like, he could've, It's just, unfortunately, Clovis was just so easy to manipulate this whole time, And, I mean, that's pretty much why they chose him, They knew that Clovis was just this easy to manipulate, and it's really too bad that he just so easily fell for every single little trap that the Separatists laid out for him and all that. But I mean, I feel like Clovis knew that it's bad to work with Dooku, right? Because not everyone knows that like the Separatists are like evil. Like a lot of people just think they're another faction, But it felt like from like the very beginning when he was first given that information from Dooku, it felt like he knew that it was like wrong to take it, but he did anyway because he wanted to achieve these goals of his to, reveal what was going on and try to take control of the banks and get them running properly and everything. But man, like being put into place, and then the first thing they do, the Separatists have him raise the interest on the Republic because they just refuse to pay. It's crazy. Man. And now, now Palpatine runs it all. It's crazy, this whole, like, just seeing the plan coming together of Palpatine that he's worked for, like, between the last arc of seeing, like, the plans they put in for Order 66 and keeping that whole thing a secret, and now this arc where we're seeing just Palpatine just taking more control. I feel like we're just going arc after arc of, like, I feel like the closer we get to the end of Clone Wars TV show, the more and more we're seeing just Palpatine's plans coming together. And it's like, it feels like maybe we're winning some of these smaller battles, but in the grand scheme of things, we're just watching a slow burn of our characters lose, and it sucks. Oh man. But yeah. It's wild. Alright, so it's also crazy. They, at the end they talked about, like, we need to, like, secure our money, Now, does the Republic actually store their money at these banks? Is that how that works? Because to me, it sounded like this is just like a neutral banking system, and then they hand out loans and stuff like that. And it seems like the Republic was just getting their loans from here, but were they actually keeping their money there? But it's just such a wild thing to like take control of these banks and be like, we must protect our money. And it's like, do you mean you must protect your source of taking out loans? You know, but it's also like, you know, and I know it's a normal thing. Like hell, our country does it, like, or at least my country, the U.S. borrows money from these other countries all the time and stuff like that. So it's like it's a very real thing. But just the idea that we put ourselves in these debts for these wars that then, you know, drive us further in debt and, you know, paying interest. And it's just like, obviously I know you have to, like, especially when you're in a war, you need to keep funding it, or else you're gonna lose if you run out of money and stuff like that. I get it, but it's wild that you then just go and you borrow tons and tons of money from, you know, either these neutral factions or other countries or what have you, and then you just continue to fight this expensive war on borrowed money, and it's just like problem for another day kind of situation. It just blows my mind to think about how all of that works, and not just in the show but in real life too. It's pretty nuts, and how important it is to like try to keep these banks, you know, in favor, so that way you always have this, you know, cash cow that you can just keep borrowing money that you then need to pay more interest on, and then they can apparently just willy-nilly be like, we're raising your rates. It's like, is there no like contract or something that says like, you know, your interest rates are fixed in for like X amount of years or something, and then after those amount of years they're like free to adjust them or something, you know? Like I'd be doing a little bit more negotiating, like a little bit more securing of my interest rates, and not just be able to willy-nilly have them be raised at, you know. But yeah, to have all this happen so quickly too, just to have, you know, Clovis be instated, have him instantly raise the prices of the interest rates on the Republic, and then send the Separatists into attack, and then the Republic has to go in and fight back, and then they send most of the troops out and like, honestly, they left, I thought they were going to leave some ships behind, but like in space, like so many of them warped out. It's like, I would find that really suspicious that they warped in, attacked, and then just ran, you know. But I guess with Palpatine leading them, he can just twist the story. Like if anyone asks, like, oh, why did they flee so quickly though, you know, and Palpatine would be like, well, they were just scared of our amazing army, you know, and just make it be like an ego thing of like, we're so good they were scared of us kind of deal. But I would be questioning of like, why did they come in and attack and then just leave immediately, you know, and like so freely give it up to then be controlled by the Republic? Like, isn't that a little sus, you know? But I guess even if you do have those thoughts, what are you gonna do? Like, how are you gonna challenge that authority? Especially when they just wield power on both sides of this war too. Like, they have the Separatists, which they can just use to do whatever they want and solve any of kind of like the underground and dirty problems they have. And then they have mostly control of the Senate. Obviously, sometimes it comes to a vote and Palpatine has to just try to sway it in whatever way he can manage to. But you have like control of the Senate pretty much, and can manipulate things on the surface level too. And it's like, well, what do you even do? Like, even if someone tries to like has this conspiracy theory and comes forward with it, it's like, then do you send a separatist to kill them, or, you know, you secretly assassinate them, or you vote them to go to jail in the Republic? It's like, no matter what you do, you like can't win in this situation. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to just see this all unfold, you know, man. And now the Republic has control of the bank, so now when the Order 66 happens, you can just kind of seamlessly transition into the, you know, what ends up becoming the like the Empire, right? I think so. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Sorry, I like at one point I did know about the whole like Republic separatists, and then I've at this point forgot what comes after. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure once everything like once Order 66 is triggered and everything, the Republic then becomes the Empire, right? Let's see. I don't know why I'm looking this up right now. Yeah, so the Galactic Republic became the Galactic Empire through a gradual power grab by Palpatine during the Clone Wars. Yup. Um, yeah, okay. That is what I figured. I just wanted to make sure I'm not making another big mistake and you guys tell me like no, they don't. But yeah, either way, just you know, it's just easing. We're just seeing all these little parts be put in place where they can control the banks and they can control this and control that and oh man. But anyways, good episode though. I mean, we didn't actually see Clovis impact anything, you know. So at least as of right now, he's probably dead. But could he have been like grabbed by someone? Maybe. With only one season left after this one, I'm gonna assume that he's dead with obviously the chance of him still being alive somehow. I think if this show went on longer, maybe in like 2 seasons we could see him again or something like that. But since we do end in 7, I have a feeling that it's probably just gonna be left that he's like most likely dead. So hopefully I'm not wrong about that. And there's like some other Star Wars like, oh, he was in one of the movies and you see him like later, so you know he's alive kind of thing. But I don't think I don't remember anyway. And no one's told me that like, oh, Clovis was in this movie, you know, which usually people tell me if there's like a character I see that's like in a movie and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think that's it for me. I'm looking forward to seeing more. I've been really enjoying these arcs and really enjoying Clone Wars. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. And I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.